Hello, this is Victor, RestoreYourMercedes.com, and this is going to be like an informational video, I guess, because this was a little different issue than I usually see. So this is a 1991 SL 500 SL here. This used to be my car. I sold it, and then the guy brought it back because it's expensive to maintain. So now we're probably gonna do a trade. I'm gonna give him a little more modern 4-door and C280 I have, and I'll take this one. We'll work on the deal. But the problem here with this car is all cylinders were rebuilt. I rebuilt them all, but the fluid, the hydraulic is missing. So like, what the hell is going on? No leaks, hydraulics is missing. So I filled it twice, which is obviously wrong. Something is going on. And I looked all around, and what do we have? The pump is dry. You know, I looked in the area of those cylinders, perfectly dry. Well, you know, you're gonna go through common areas. Obviously the mains down there, you know, here. Then I want to go up front, because sometimes if they leak, fluid would pass down. Nothing. Looked around these areas, the solenoids, switches, valve, you know, the valves and hoses, everything is in perfect shape. Same on the other side. So there was no other option but to look at the front cylinders, supply and return. And the reason being is because most of these hydraulics, they're pretty much all on top. So here they all are, like they're clearly visible. They're all on the outside, so you can reach to pretty much any line from the top. There's nothing on the bottom. Obviously all hydraulics are inside the car, and there's nothing under the car, outside the car. Everything is inside the vehicle. There is nothing, no hydraulics pass along the floor toward the front from the rear section on the driver's side, but there are two lines, as you can see. These are the lines that go to front cylinders. So supply return, obviously activation solenoids are back there. And what do we see? We see humongous amount of hydraulic fluid, which obviously I cleaned up, and there was a lake, literally a lake. And still a little bit there. Still you see all of this hydraulic, nasty, it's ridiculous. And where it would go, it would obviously be absorbed by the foam on the underside of the carpet, on the floor. So boy, oh boy, it's a mess. So as you can see, it is completely saturated. So I'm still debating what I'm gonna do with this. I think I'm gonna have to pressure wash this thing. As crazy as it sounds, but it is what it is. So now to get to the area that we're gonna go, and I'm gonna show you the area where the problem is. To get to it, obviously you need to take the seat out. That's the first job. So here's the seat. I just put it inside my truck because, you know, it's a big and heavy piece, so I'd rather leave it there. I also had a subwoofer built, so obviously subwoofer box had to come out because I wanted to inspect the area where all the hoses are. So subwoofer sits right back behind. So the seat had to come out. Once you take the seat out, then obviously you can get to the carpet. So you remove the whole carpet, and then you got all this wiring here. This is the track where all the wires sit, like a channel. It is sitting here, so you can move it along, move it away. Then you open up this covering here. This is the covering for the door jamb passage. That's like where the wires go into the door. And only after all that said and done, you can kind of get to the area. I'm still not 100% in the clear, but I'll get to it in a minute, because I'm gonna have to open up these tracks here, these channels, these moldings, I would say, so I can open them up and move the wires up higher. I'm not detaching anything from the door, so I can move these wires out. And obviously we'll follow our lines, and there you have it. This is the area of interest, right down here. Don't ask me what happened here. No idea, not even a clue. Why exactly they would rust exactly in that very area? By the way, there's a little bit of fluid here that's inside the actual track, which is bad because hydraulic fluid is very aggressive. It gets into cables, into wires, very hard to get rid of it. So I'm gonna get to that, you know, later once I have the leak sorted out, and once it's all said and done, I'll move on. Now the idea of what to do with this, really, like, we have a very unfortunate location because you can't really put splices there because obviously there's not much room. So I'm thinking of, you know, I'm gonna try to find some sort of, because the only splice I can make is gonna be somewhere around here, right? Like somewhere around this area right here, because I can bend the hose in and out, and I can push it down against the metal here, so there will be a junction, so there will be not too much protrusion. Then I have to find a hydraulic line like this, or steel line or whatnot. Then I have to run it most likely all the way across, and the next junction point probably will be here. So you see, I have to make this line just to make it happen. There is another possibility: replace the hose, replace the actual pipe, which I don't see being the greatest option because I'm gonna have to trace it inside here, and then it goes into there. This is a distribution block for the front, so we have hydraulics go here. Do I really want to do it? Seriously, I do not, because the pipes, you don't even see them. I don't know if I can show you the pipes. No, I can't even show you pipes because you can't even see those pipes because they go under the valve, so you can't see them. They run under. Okay, whatever we see here, these are two solenoids, supply return, they're under, so they pass under this whole structure. So I would have to remove all of that to get the pipes, and I really not feeling like doing it. No, I can't show you those. It doesn't seem like I can even see them. I can't see them myself, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't really even want to know. I don't want to do this job, so I would rather make an insert. Hopefully I can find a suitable size that I can do, because it's basically the same concept as fixing brake line. Brake lines, they're thicker obviously, so you would have and well, they're thicker, and they also have a lot of pressure, since these are brakes, and also temperature, because brakes fluid heats up. This is hydraulic for the roof, so it doesn't really get too hot, but still, like I said, I'm gonna have to measure these and figure something out. Put in some sort of rubber insert or some sort of a hose. I don't know if that's going to be a really good idea, because pressure is pretty high here, and I don't know, I don't see it being a good idea. I would rather put metal insert and metal pipe as an insert, like a addition, versus just rubber, because somebody might think, okay, well, we'll just put a rubber over and run the rubber over that one, so just bypass this area. Well, basically, if it's the same thing as what I would say if you were to put on a rubber insert over brake line. I don't know if that's gonna be a good idea, because pressure is definitely gonna blow it up. Okay, so this is basically all. I'm gonna wrap this all up. I'm gonna have to deal with this carpet. I'm gonna put it somewhere. Probably gonna leave it outside because it's all saturated, but then I got all these guys, cats running around. I don't want them to ruin it, so I don't know. Well, I'll figure this out, and close the roof, park the car, and deal with the sizing, and search for the hydraulic piping itself. The white wire here, by the way, these are speaker wires, and these are for there are component speakers in these doors. There's components here, components there, obviously, nothing there. I did not use those. And because that is the original amplifier right there, you see it's cut off because I'm using components, speakers, subwoofer, and got the 5-channel amplifier to run them. So everything is on separate amp. It's actually a pretty good setup. Okay, so this is all. This is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. Good luck and thank you for watching.